5, 4, 3.
I don't know what this is.
If this is not how the episode starts, I'm going to be very upset.
Locking the pockets.
Hello and welcome to the ETV Community Media Center and a brand new program. We're calling it Inside ETV, and as you may have guessed, for all of you out there, from all of us here, we are going to be bringing you, hopefully monthly to start, some of the behind the scenes, the gears, the machinations behind what's going on here at East Haven Public Television. I'm Jay Miles, one of four mostly confident and mostly qualified co-hosts, including Connor Thornberg, Frank Albano, Dom Manna, Manna Dom, Manna Dom, Dominam, and some combination of this group, might be one of us, might be all four of us again, might be two or three, will come to you about every month with some special guests, some new insights, some news, some notes, all the fun things that are going on right here at ETV. A word of note for some of you, you may be inclined to call this a podcast. I would call it a show. Why the discrepancy? Because we're coming at you on various platforms, all kinds of platforms, YouTube type platforms, podcast type platforms, other fantastic social media platforms. So if you want the audio only version, if you want the moving pictures with the talking, we offer all of it for you. So fellas, welcome to our first episode. Say hello to the people. Dom, you want to start?
No, absolutely. This is a project that we kind of all were sitting in a room talking to each other about media and things we want to do here, which happens quite a bit when there's a combination of us. And it was kind of obvious that why aren't we recording some of these conversations and sitting down and kind of keeping almost a diary of like where we're making progress with things, and also just sharing our love and passion for this media world and all the great things in it. So that just seems like the perfect next step in that.
And we even decided to still have Frank be a part of it too. So Frank is our top freelance director at the moment. You'll see him behind the scenes. You'll see him in dark places, punching buttons. Are you excited to be here on Inside ETV?
I don't think I could possibly be more excited. Especially, you remember my last name? That was
For those folks who are not watching the practice episode, I may or may not have forgotten Frank's name briefly. It was a practice, nobody cares, but Frank's all hung up on it.
Really upset me.
He's very emotional. But you're excited to be here.
I'm very excited to be here. Like Dom said, we've been talking about doing this for how long?
A few months now.
A few months, and now that we're sitting down and actually doing it, like this is... I don't think I could have.
It's got a lot of potential
of anything better than this.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's just four guys sitting at a table,
or two of the guys and their friends, or other people that we know,
or that,
or maybe just me crying gently in the night.
You do
filming it. Connor, are you excited? Are you slightly nervous? Did you kill the cringe as you advised us to do in yourself?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I've always, we have a lot of great ideas coming out of this establishment, and I watched my favorite movie this weekend, The Usual Suspects, and it just got so many gears turning in my mind, like having to try to explain what makes it so cool, and like through talking about that, realizing things that I wasn't even aware of, and I'm really excited to talk about stuff like that, and all sorts of different cool media stuff.
So there's like 5 things I want to talk about, right? Just based on, so that movie, by the way, did you watch it with somebody who was watching it for the first time?
Yes.
Fantastic.
That was good.
So we're gonna do a lot of things, folks. We're gonna do some media breakdown, kind of discussion-y stuff like that. Like I will definitely book me right now for the Usual Suspects episode, man, because I will dive into that with you. Like, we're going to have guests, and we're going to have a chance, honestly, to just kind of show what we hope you might want to do as well. What we've got all this gear, we've got this place, we've got talented people, both that you see right now, and all throughout the staff and body of freelancers and board of BOARD, the board of directors for ETV. We've got all these talented, wonderful people and all this gear. So hopefully this stumbling, bumbling mess of whatever it is inspires you to come talk to us about how we can help you make something like this. So speaking of, I'd love to hear your favorites from last year. We'll go the other way around. So 2023 was kind of a monster year for ETV. We had moved here the year before. We really didn't quite have everything, lined up exactly the way we wanted, but we rallied together. We challenged each other, again, kind of as a staff and a board of directors, and even down to the volunteers who helped us last year. And I think it will be the kind of year that we're going to look back on and be insanely proud of. So highlights, 2023 highlights.
I guess I'll start off with the big one that we're all gonna mention, the telethons that we went into. We did 2 of them. First one, we were diving blind into a huge project, and it came out way better than any of us could have expected. And the second one, we corrected all the problems we had the first time around, and I'm really proud of what we did there. And sort of in conjunction with that, I'm really, really proud of what we have turned this space into. The building of the stage, getting all of these curtain tracks up and running, brand new lighting equipment installed. The control room is somewhere that we can basically do anything out of right now. Any of the stuff that we want to do. All of that work that we put in has been really, really satisfying to see happen.
Coming around.
My turn?
Favorite. Like I said, we're going to skip Frank and go to Dom, and then we'll go back to Frank. Favorite
we're
2023 highlight.
Frank. Okay, so yeah,
I think we were serious about that.
The
Or
telethons
answer while
absolutely were I think the height of 2023 in a lot of ways, and it was great because the first one we were doing it to kind of push ourselves to that extent and raise funds for that beautiful sign that's now outside our building. For months we just had nothing up there, so now people can find us a lot easier here on 230 Main Street. And then I kind of pitched to you that we should be doing one in the holiday season, and it's not just waiting till the Great Give every year in May for us, and giving back to the community that we serve here in the East Haven, New Haven area. And we raised over $2,100 for the food pantry, and you allowed me to help kind of lead produce that. So that was something that I was really proud of. But I think more so it's all the different relationships and things that we've kind of been building and getting organized, and taking that next step from a public television station to a community media center. All the kind of infrastructure we're building behind the scenes, all the little steps to kind of get into that new venture, I think has been really exciting and something that I've been super proud of to be a part of. So
now it's my turn.
Now it is once again, and now it's
Wow.
your turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I was ready. I was just skipped over last time.
Wow.
Hate to piggyback off 2 people now, but yeah, the telethons were pretty big for me. I remember going into the first one, I had never directed anything at that magnitude. Most of my directing was just college news shows that were basically just practice and demos. So going into that, I was terrified for the first 2-ish hours. And then I kind of mellowed out, and I was like, this isn't that bad. And then I remembered, oh, wait, I have to play guitar and sing for people now. And then the nerves came back. But the second time around when we did the holiday telethon, that was just a world of difference because I felt completely at home. I know all the software now. I know the hardware. So I felt really comfortable doing that, and I'm proud of that. Coming from doing a few shows in the past, 5 years ago, and being able to adapt to this. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of everyone who had a part in it too, because we really all just came together to do those things, and it's like, wow, we did that.
We did, and for me, I have two answers. The sort of haha one is the day that the new curtains came in, and I not not to get too personal, but like I'm not really a curtains guy. Like, okay, yeah, curtains are not, but these are like Rose Brand, New York City. They make curtains for all the top theaters from Broadway all across the country. We had some grant money, and the day that Doreen and I got them out and really started to hang them, and really like it changed this room so massively. So we might be able to find a photo with me smiling. So hopefully we're cutting to that. And if you're listening, I look great in that photo. I look perfectly sane and normal.
I wonder which hat you're wearing in that picture.
I don't think I had a hat because it was like a work day. I was like working
lie.
and stuff, and it was like warm. But beyond sort of the stuff, I mean, we've gotten a lot of stuff. We've also made better use of stuff that we've had, and we're getting ready to bring some more stuff in, tech, media stuff, is the people. Not only getting to work with the staff that we have, we've had some volunteers. We had volunteers for that first telethon come from Rhode Island just to run one of the cameras. The musical talent, Dust Devil Heart, Anne Marie Menta, Seth Adam, Frank Critelli, Grace Yukich, and there was one other. There was one other. Don't remember who the. The Midnight Marauder, ladies and gentlemen, was the. To bring that kind of talent into a former retail space that now has a stage and a crew that can handle it, and have folks respond to it the way they did, to put that challenge out to the staff and say, oh, we're going to do a live telethon. It's going to be about 3 hours. There's going to be musical guests. There's going to be pre-recorded elements. There's going to be cameras flying all over the place because we're going to do a whole tour of the new facility. And to have everybody kind of like rise up to meet that challenge and work together, nothing better. So if you didn't catch any of that in 2023, some of it's available. We did relaunch a YouTube channel. You can find that. And our Facebook has a number of those streams as well, including the 2 big telethons. And you'll also be able to go back and you should be able to find archives of town meetings and some of those different other sort of week in and week out, month in and month out pieces that we build. Looking ahead for 2024, we just brought a new community coordinator onto the staff, which hopefully you'll get a chance to meet in a future episode. I won't spoil it unless you come by the station and meet her. But she should definitely be a guest. We're going to telethon ourselves up again for sure. ETV also launched a new media training program for not-for-profits in the region. That is going to be starting next week, and we're doing specialized trainings for all those not-for-profits, one a month more or less, plus a couple of guest instructors to give those nonprofits and arts partners some more media savviness and confidence and empowerment. So that's going to be starting. I don't know what else are you guys looking forward to in the year coming up?
Yeah, I think kind of what you said about there being the archive of the town meetings, and we do serve the East Haven community. We've been serving them for over 30 years. It's awesome to be involved with all the great people in town and the events, but through things like the non-for-profit training and different other events that people have been a part of, I think it's kind of going past East Haven a little bit into the shoreline area, maybe even to the New England area in different aspects, and just bringing new people into the building, different perspectives, different talents, people that can help build this place up brick by brick more and more into that kind of next level of kind of marketing ourselves and bringing it to the community media center standards that we all kind of envision and have been planning out here. And I think now we have all the equipment and personnel in place where we should be able to continue to build that. So that's kind of what I look forward to, is this is a big building block year.
Oh, my turn again?
Do you need me to skip you again?
No,
'Cause
I'm ready.
You
this
accused us of skipping you when you weren't
time.
prepared.
I
We can
was
go back. We can roll it back.
be
you
my
want me
guest
go
to roll it back. I was just
Connor's
asking,
ready. Look
is
at
it
him.
my
He's bursting with joy for 2024. It's ready to rock it.
I am very excited this year to see what we can bring in terms of members.
Mm.
Just personally, I know about 4 or 5 people who have come up to me asking, like how we do our podcasts and everything. And once this is releases, I will be sending it to each and every one of you to see this is what you can do with it. And that's just a small, percentage.
I think
but
all of us echo that. We've
Yeah.
all had conversations with folks who want to come in. They want to learn the gear. So yeah, I think as much of that as we can, elicit. There's so many creative people around, right? In town, in the region, in Greater New Haven. And one thing that's beautiful about all the folks who are working here is not just what they can do, but they want to share it. They want to show you. They want to help you get better. They want to partner with you. They want to help you explore all the different ways you can tell stories.
Exactly. And I think like that's the big thing right now is podcast. Everybody has an idea for a podcast. Everybody. Like I go to any person on the street, they will give me 3 ideas right off the top of their head. And like that's the beauty of this place. Like whatever you want, you can do it.
Connor, 2024,
Ooh.
hopes and dreams.
So, one thing that I'm really hoping that we can get more involved with the artistic community of Greater New Haven, whether that's working with like the Arts Council or making closer relationships with other local groups,
Theater companies, museums.
like people that hold like art shows around town, museums, whatever kind of work that we can do with them, where we can bring our skills and create some really cool film projects or collaborate with them. Maybe they've got an idea and they need some of our help, expertise, equipment, that sort of thing, where we can work with those really talented people and organizations is really exciting to me, because I think new minds coming together to make something is how you get some of the coolest stuff you can make.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are at our best too when we're in the pot and we're getting stirred up with other creatives, actors, vocal talent, artists of all kinds. There's it goes beyond just being kind of like public television into being media, and that idea of a community media center where, I mean, we've done some unexpected stuff. You were down at the Eli,
The Eli Center?
The Eli Center Art Gallery, thank you, to do some time-lapse stuff. They had sculptures with sunlight going across the room that the sculptures were shown in. Who would have thought, like, what a great combination of, like, your abilities with their vision and making it all happen. So, a couple of things to think about. Opportunities to get involved. We do talk to volunteers. We are looking for additional freelancers because we have different projects that come along. I want to be able to build kind of a stable of some audio people, some video people, visual people, folks who want to be on a crew. If you want to come down and help with the different meetings and different events that we stream and tape. And also, I'm excited about sponsorship opportunities. We had our first sponsor renew for 2024, and that's Love Custom Creations. They sponsor our lounge, which is what we call the sort of back area, which if you come in the back is really the front.
No, it's technically the back.
We're going to investigate further and get back to you.
That's the
By
front.
episode
That's the
5,
back.
we'll know if they do incredible printing work on a number of different types of fabrics and objects and different kinds of things. So their sponsorship allows us a chance to explore options for merchandise for ETV, which we're developing right now. So we have sponsorship opportunities for that merchandise that are going to be coming up. as well as we've just revised a whole tier, a whole spectrum from $100 a year up to much more than that for
Very specific.
for different opportunities. So there's different tiers, like 8 different levels of from a pure dollar and cents perspective, but it equates to bigger and bigger and bigger opportunities. So it goes from sort of the typical kind of exposure we've offered to sponsoring with specific productions, sponsoring the telethons that we're going to be producing, the merchandise, specific actual areas within the studio and community media center space. So let's see if I can get this to work. I practiced this earlier. I'm hoping that whoever edits this can make it go, like when I do the magic Gandalf thing. Ready? If you want to get involved, if you want to volunteer, if you want to become a member, if you want to sponsor East Haven Public Television as we build the community media center, you can email us at info@easthaven.tv. info@easthaven.tv. See that's going to just appear through the magic of
Right under your
television.
finger.
It's going to just, like when I say the thing, when I say
I'm gonna
info@easthaven.tv.
be honest, I didn't know what you were doing at first. I thought you were gonna do like
It's magic.
like what the Disney Channel did. With like,
What?
Yeah, the whole wand.
yeah,
What?
I had no idea
Wand.
what you were going for.
The wonder of it all.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm going to go on record right now, and I don't care how controversial this is, but if you ask me about wizards, I'm going Gandalf, and then I'm possibly going into the Harry Potter area, and then I'm getting to Disney. Their wizards are all goofy.
Well, I mean, you forgot the ETV wizard. Which
Yes,
I did.
Which
Yes, I
will,
did.
Which
Be
will
making
be
a
at the top
comeback.
of the charts.
Any inquiries to info@easthaven.tv asking about what at one time may or may not have happened, which is the ETV apparently had a wizard for like 10 minutes.
you laugh. Just wait until
those
our
emails are
Halloween
getting
special.
deleted.
Just wait till our Halloween special.
Yeah. He will
I
be
thought
making
you said
appearances
holiday
eventually.
special. I'm like,
No,
what?
Halloween.
What holiday is there a wizard?
Halloween?
Like, if a wizard shows up for your Valentine's, that is probably
For
not gonna-
Debatably Christmas.
It's for Arbor Day.
debatably Christmas wizard.
Definitely Easter.
Who are-
Definitely
and,
Easter.
And who are you dressed as? The debatable Christmas wizard? Yeah, Halloween, of course.
There's a market for that, I think.
And now, kids, we're going to hear from the Memorial Day Wizard. Tell you why you should support ETV. Dom's so mad right now. He
Oh,
loves
no.
this wizard thing.
All I'm saying is he was been buried in our history, and he will be making a comeback. I will make sure that happens.
And
I
all-
don't know what the capacity is going to be yet, but he will go from wherever he is onto the wizard charts on some people's lists.
We already
So,
talked to the treasurer. We will be
Yeah.
investing in wizard-esque.
Well,
What?
all I'm saying is until I see it, it doesn't exist.
There's photographic evidence.
I don't like the fact that the staff is talking to the treasurer without the board chair's knowledge. That's a little upsetting.
You want
I'm
them
I'm
to
not
be
on board
independent.
with the wizard.
I didn't say I wasn't on board with the wizard. Stay tuned. You're going to find out. I guess we're going to bring this wizard thing back because Dom says it has to happen, and Frank went to the treasurer, and I'm just the board chair.
That's confirmation. We are good.
Uh,
Good.
We got audio.
let's
proof
wrap
now.
it up, fellas. Thank you for a few minutes. Thank you for a few minutes. Inside ETV is the show. Jay, Connor, Frank, and Dom, or some combination thereof. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on all the platforms where you get your audio. I hate saying podcast.
This is a
content
podcast.
or your. This is a show. It's a show.
Okay.
Listen. Mind your elders. So thank you for sharing the time with us. If you have suggestions for guests or content ideas, or you need more information, or you want to hear more about sponsorship opportunities, or all of the above or more, info@easthaven.tv. For this great staff and my co-hosts Connor, Frank, and Dom, I'm Jay. We'll see you next month on Inside ETV.